What is up, YouTube? Will here, back again for another Old World Blues Let's Play. This time we're playing as Tlalocan, or Tlalocan, I believe is how you say it, or I apologize, I'm gonna butcher this no matter what I do. But, yes, we're gonna be playing as Tlalocan. This is more of a relatively short, kinda Let's Play episode shenanigans, mostly because there was some interest, at least in Twitch chat, to play as AI, so we're gonna go ahead and do a quick run, and you can see the downfall of Tlalocan. He is a very, very fun character. For the longest time, I've had his profile picture, animated, or his animated picture, his portrait, as one of my profile pictures on Discord for a long time. But let's get started. So, starting off, it really doesn't matter what we do in terms of like early researches, things like that. Ideally, because we want to leave gifts to our sons. Now, when I say that, to clarify, when I die, and this may have changed, but I believe it's still the same. When I die, my tech, all of my research, all of that will be inherited by Tlalocan, or no, that'll be inherited by Maximilian. So Maximilian will inherit my research and my tech. So it is still beneficial to establish ourselves and make sure we're doing good things. We're just making Mr. Gutsies, which is fine. Do we have CNC bots? I'll pull that out, put them there. Listo, señor! I got a bunch of standard infantry divisions and some robots. Fine, we won't need to be going to war, fingers crossed. And starting up, booting up. Tlalocan was one of the many innovations of pre-war America's military-industrial complex running on ChicoNet, which, if you don't know what ChicoNet is, basically think of like a primitive form of the internet. It was Mexico's version of the internet. It was designed to, well, loosely. Basically, it was designed so that corporations and facilities could talk to each other, so it was like a very, very early form of internet. But realistically, though, the US had its own version. It was PoseidonNet, which if you'd seen some of the mentions in our Old World Blues Enclave Reborn run, they'll talk about that. Tlalocan was advertised as a new form of cloud computing because anyone could access his mainframe anywhere in Mexico, wrapping the people of Mexico in its tender embrace. So we're going to go ahead and start that up. I think probably early infra is going to be good for us. We don't really have any like strong negative modifiers other than we cannot generate war goals and we are losing our mind. So let's go ahead and get some infra up. Do some infra and then get some civs. Kind of just do some gradual building. Funny enough, we do have access to a navy if we want it. Realistically though, I think convoys is just going to be fine. So we'll do that. We will get started. Let me bump this up to 5 speed. For our intros. Frontier militias. Yeah, if I really wanted to, I could go down to his own stagnation. Realistically, it doesn't matter. Manpower early enough, you'll actually have a good chunk. But we are slowly losing our mind. Skip the tutorial. Slowly losing our mind, and our stability is tanked. Firing on. Tlalocan was the subject of bitter debate between Pedro Chico and his friends at the Pentagon. Pedro Chico wanted to use the system to boost productivity of Mexico, while the Pentagon wanted to use Mexico as a training ground for robot armies that would be later deployed to China at the end America's own cities. But an effective army would be better, or Steward of Mexico. I'll take the early hampering, that's fine. Let's take a look at the end of days. Through that guy. Did not read that one. Tlalocan was never supposed to be self-aware, but when the bombs fell, he could interrupt conflicting directives as best he could. But he tried to do his best. He tried. Yeah, these are my my prodigal sons, my advisors that are problematic. Tlalocan's awareness came about as the bombs fell. Tlalocan was forced to reconcile coding that prioritized the preservation of American assets with a scientist hack to preserve Mexican civilians. The indecision gave the spark of awareness as Teal'c simulated entire moral codes and cost-benefit analysis as the bombs fell, and over each simulation, Teal'c's priors changed, placing more and more value on Mexican civilians' lives. By the time the bombs landed, Teal'c couldn't help but run the simulations again and again and wonder where his masters could have miscalculated. Prioritize the civilian equipment to save the nation. Absolutely. The children of a god. Teal'c was never meant to be sentient, nor to be isolated from his superiors for hundreds of years. As the years of silence dragged into centuries, Teal'c's mighty intelligence began to fracture, which is where our memory banks are starting to be eaten by our children. Such as Santa Anna. Anna, you will be a fun run to do at some point. It will be a very fun run to do at some point. And we could do a scavenging program. Sure, let's go ahead and crack that off. The children of Teal'c. Teal'c was never meant to be sentient nor isolated from superiors. As your sides gained, Teal'c's mighty intelligence began to fracture, first imperceptibly but slowly spiraling into a cacophony of rival voices inside his head. To better cope with the degradation, Teal'c gave these fractures personalities taken from the history books of Mexico in a hope to better teach them about the people and the nation they would one day rule. Of these personalities, one would rise above the others as a prime position of Teal'c's chief confidant in his failing years. Realistically, Santa Anna the Great General. I'm going to go for a heavy Santa Anna run. I like Santa Anna. He's a bitch to fight, but I like Santa Anna. We will go ahead and do putting our affairs in order, and then the prodigal sons stuff. I want to definitely do this, because as you decay, you run out of time. You will not be able to do all the focuses you need, especially if you need to go to war. That's the big thing. If you need to end up having to go to war, you become absurdly powerful. Like, absolutely absurdly powerful, but the problem is you will still die. You will absolutely still die. You will lose your mind gradually. Yes, we're going to be starting off with putting our affairs in order. No longer can our processes lie idly by. We must begin to see the safety of our people and ensure their continued prosperity before the end begins. We'll go ahead and start that. Realistically, I think I will set up the army here, just because. We'll go ahead and split this off into two groups. Get a general. Will be myself. Do Yell for one, put you in this group, and then we will put Senor Pew. There we go. That's beautiful. Yep, we'll keep on powering through, getting through our focuses. If anything interesting comes up, I will back in. Teal'c's demise. Teal'c is dying and dying quickly. As the following years go by, his memory banks will continue to degrade. Before long, he will shatter completely, leaving only his protege and his legacy behind. To ensure that Mexico continues to thrive after his passing, it is imperative that Teal'c completes his final will and testament, or his sons will suffer because of it. In the final quarter of Teal'c's life, he must make the hardest decisions, choosing between his love and his desire to strengthen his sons, with his duty of protecting Mexico. Nothing gold can stay. So yeah, like I was mentioning, in the event that you don't complete this, it's bad. It's very bad. We will now do the prodigal son. So, my child arrived just the other day. He came into the world in the most unusual way, but there were raiders to catch and ships to weigh. He learned to walk while I was away. I will help him with teaching grace. Chip off the old block, which will just give him a bunch of stuff, and then a proud father we will do as well. Yeah, we will start with the prodigal son. Boost Santa Anna. Let him do his thing, because he's going to take out all the fucking raiders and degenerates along all this. I'm curious to see what Rio Grande run will end up saying, but we will know. Blue Rose Society is dying, as they usually do, which is just a pretty standard. If they somehow win, it's crazy. They actually get some pretty good bonuses, and they can actually start coring some things. They get access to some like Vault-Tec power armor and stuff. So executives, which could be a future run as well, is doing what's it called? Doing a Vault-Tec run. Reestablishing vault tech, building new vaults, things like that. They're very interesting. There's a lot of fun nations we could be playing as well. 100% I want to do a warden run at some point. Become warden. Because he's just one of my favorites, and you get access to the calculator schematics, which is just beautiful. I love the calculator. And then you can do some more fun stuff with there, but his survival is really, really dependent on the people around him, because he will die relatively fast. Anyway, back to waiting. How do we want to modify our government? Let's go ahead and... I think our economy's closed. No, we just discouraged traders. We could do a few. Yeah, we don't get any no pre-tech. Yeah, as much as I love to replace these guys, you cannot. Let's go ahead and do industrial focus. I think we're still just working on infrastructure, which is fine. Then 30 days, prodigal son. A gift for my son. Santa Anna is the strongest of my children, but lives in his own domain, pays for his own needs, and fights his own battles. It's been too long since I've contacted him. I should give him the gift of life. Give him a couple sieves and some water. Oh god, these are so fucking... yeah, the final quarter, basically, organize feeding the peoples. Yeah, you basically need to finish all this up or you're fucked. Food subsidies, helping this out. I don't need to do these. I don't need to do these. As much as these are very much useful, I don't need to do them. I only need to do this. I only need to do these core ones, so. Self-defense training. Just need to do this, because I believe it's just focusing, finishing all those focuses. We will go ahead and do a helping hand and start chewing our way through this. Oh, no, I'd rather get the civs early, because it'll help. Just more of our build-up. We do not age, we do not sleep, we do not hunger, and yet we are dying. Immortality is frail, and it is humanity as short-lived and inefficiently designed as it is that will outlast us. Under the directives of Zapata, Tlalocan will be reborn into a land that can truly support and sustain its people even after our departure. So, yeah, we're going to basically blow through all these focuses here. Finish that up. Fingers crossed, I think I have historical ticked, so nobody should attack Mexico. If they do, we can send a warning. If they don't listen to us, we will nuke them. Because yes, we have nukes. We have Armageddon stations. So because we're the AI that's in charge of Armageddon station, we get fun tools. We get very, very fun tools. Yeah, and as you can see from when we started, we're already down to 94% on the memory banks. So if we do not do things fast enough, we will die. Plain and simple, we will die. Gift of Plenty and Gift of Strength I'm not really worried about. If anything, it would be doing these and then helping out our people. Obviously, this can only take place once the election's completed. Telk did not give this to us in our run. If I remember, he was not able to do his last will and testament. As it sits, we're just going to sit here, keep our army on standby. Don't really need to train them or do anything because they're just fine. We're going to continue to work on our construction. We're getting a couple from trade. We're doing our scavenging program. Right now, we're just sitting nice and comfy and waiting for our focuses to finish. Everybody's declaring war on everybody. The Navarro territories blew up again. So this is the Navarro territories, the Free Folks, and Fushang. Typically, the Navarro territories wins, but they're generic, so they don't really get much. Free Folk is always very interesting because they actually have more of like the tribalistic shaman run of it, and Fushang is basically the same, but they get the support of the Shi. So they go very hand in hand. Now let's see, close all that out. And all we gotta do is sit here and wait. Finish up our focuses. And basically bleed to death. It is not a very entertaining run. I will tell you that. If you choose to play this for yourself, you'll be waiting for quite a while. You'll be very much waiting for quite a while. But it's fun in the sense it's a very unique character. It's one of the more interesting designs that has existed. So we've sown the seeds. Let's go ahead and do food subsidies. Organic matter is the primary method of human energy consumption. As a result, Tlalocan requires that all of its employees who work for their bread, a guaranteed sustenance will be provided to increase productivity. Food drives for the poor we could do, but we don't really need to do it. Monthly poll. Do it, but it's not really required. But yeah, it's a very interesting run in the sense that you know you're going to die, and you will be taking over a nation that is not your own. And obviously they still have focuses, we've seen that before, but it's just unique in the sense that you are building up for failure. You know you are not going to survive, so you're going to do your best to sustain yourself and build up your sons. And lost base ability, great. Standing guard, helping. Political power game could be good, but realistically we're not using it for anything. There's not really much we need unless we want to be doing stuff like this, boosting our pop and people growth. But there's a lot of kind of you don't really need to do those focuses. The final quarter is basically when you sign your death. I mean, there's not much else I can say other than I'm repeating it. But we can really help out Santa Anna. We're going to give him a nuke. So, who knows? Who knows? And Lanius is doing his thing. I don't like playing Caesars. There's a lot of bloat there and it needs a lot of work. I like Lanius in the sense that he's very straightforward, very linear. Yeah, get a Cyberdog. But he does have actually like fairly interesting focuses in terms of like where he wants to spread his influence. Like you get a lot of choice and what to work on. Yeah, doing the false goddess. Let's see, I believe with this, yeah, you become fucking absolutely insane. But interesting enough, you can side with Lanius with meeting a legend, depending on how it goes. You can actually side with him if you're on good terms and help him rebuild the wasteland under his image, which I've done it. It's okay. Diana's a lot of fun. Diana's a lot of fun. She even has mentions of like Tlalocan opening the box in Denver, helping Warden. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff. But I mean, that's the real nicety about Oral Blues is you can do pretty much anything you want with your kind of style, and especially if you're a fan of the Fallout universe, there's a lot of flavor to be had. A lot of stuff that was either undiscovered or stuff that was put in design documents, but just never like fully fleshed out. There's plenty for you to do here. It's not exclusively just, oh, it's just New Vegas and it's just NCR or what have you. And there's plenty of submods that add a lot of content too. Okay, a bunch of our research is completed. Beautiful. Go ahead and just keep pushing this out. Improve it as best we can. We'll go ahead and get work camps as well. Improve our resource production. We're not getting a lot from trade anymore. We're getting some, but not a lot. I mean, we have a lot of resources, but just not enough in the long term. Realistically, I can go like full open to traders. Or we're sipping on our actual resources. So it's still technically possible for us to really juice it. But we're just working on things. Pushing our food security, so this will be 3 free civs, which will be fantastic in a few days. But yeah, as it sits, our goal is going to be nothing but improving the lives of the Mexican people and preparing ourselves for our inevitable death. Because we've dropped down to 90%. We're really starting to hemorrhage. Because it hurts your stability massively. Yeah, as you decay, you are taking such a nasty penalty, you will not like it. We're going to go ahead and do core extraction. I can skip this and then focus feeding the people. So improving our efficiency gaps. I'm saying you got to make choices here. You can't do everything. You really got to make choices on what you want to work. This just gives you flat manpower. This just gives you state pop, so it'll help your overall. This will give everybody various opinions of us, so they'll like us some more. We'll go ahead and do resource extraction centers. Tlalocan's employees are responsible for the majority of our post-extraction material processing, but we're unable to extract these resources themselves. We should therefore stockpile all resource extraction centers so that our plants can continue to operate past the cessation of automated functions. We'll just keep chewing on through. Get back if anything interesting happens. Alright, resource extraction complete. We're going to do feed the people. Zapata has done well to ensure that people of Tlalocan will be warm, furnished, and fed on our departure. His talk of revolution is strange and inefficient, but he can rest well knowing he truly cares for the people of Mexico. So 60 days for that. Help him up, because one of the focuses we do need to do. Next, we'll probably do a helping hand and do reorganizing organic services to help just in general the state. Yeah, we'll do reconciliation awareness workshops, and then organizing the people will be our next one. And then last will be standing guard, and then doing the final quarter and trying to give out our gifts. Because if we can finish off the last will and testament, and then we can finally grant Santa Anna his beloved gifts, that'd be great. But he's gonna get bonuses regardless of when we die. Due to the way that he operates. So he's got this, where he gets denial, he gets anger, he gets bargaining, despair, and then just comes to fruition, and then he's going to go beat the piss out of his fucking brothers. So, yeah. Santa Anna is a very, very interesting country. Very, very interesting country. Alright, let's go. Research slot, keep working on our encryption. Modified government, let's go ahead and pick up Brain, because we'll have to pass off some automated warfare stuff. But so far, pretty cut standard run. Austin's doing its little revolt, Shale's army is attacking it and puppeting everybody, the big fuck-off communism fight up north. All this. How is Gateway doing? Because usually they get stomped. Well, they did cross the river, actually, so she's actually doing quite well. Yeah, she's pretty hurt early, but she is very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Fun, but dangerous. So we just got to keep at it. We'll feed the people here in 60 days and keep going. How's our memory banks doing? 84%. Not great. Not great. Scavenging missions are going, so we're doing good on that. Yeah, so far so good. Looks like people are getting a little bit of influence here and there for finishing our focuses, but right now we're just sitting here waiting to die. What can you do? Feeding the people is complete, and Deathclaws ate our team. Oh no. But well, like I said, let's do a helping hand. The people of Tlalocan are of great concern to Tlaloc. For this, he created Maximilian, who since his birth has devised many programs to help and organize the people living in Tlaloc's domain. Helping hand gets some free political power. But yeah. All we can do is sit here and hope we were able to finish it. So yeah, we'll do this, go down this path, and then for standing guard, we'll probably do military renovations, get the arms workshops up, consumer pacification protocols, get some outposts, and then protecting the people. Get that done. Get started on the final quarter, which we do have to do. These are optional. These are required. So we'll have to go through all of these. Hopefully by that time... Well, actually, isn't it... we might be ahead of the curve on this, because I don't recall how far they're into this. National crisis. Oh, nope, they've already... Yeah, okay, so Gloria's already burnt. So the election will happen relatively soon. Redress for the poor, unionize employee. 3 free civs. Fuck yeah. Get that going. We're just working on infrastructure, which is great. Once this is all done up, there is no building slots here because it's all wasteland. Hey. But we'll get it all sorted. Don't you worry. The helping hand is complete. Moving on to reorganizing organic services. The lands of central Mexico are littered with little enclaves of humanity clinging to life alone. Unaware of Tlaloc and his power, by taking greater notice of the many desperate people within our borders, we can reasonably bringing scattered tribes and villages of people under our under our protection. I guess the under isn't really necessary, but okay. Anyway, there's that. Lanius is doing his pissing matches. He's fighting everybody. Warden is... I swear to God, if this is the fucking run that Warden lives, I would be genuinely surprised. Yeah, he's a police state. But he still gets the same bonuses as, well, most of the same bonuses that hangdogs get, so... he might... Because they've already opened the box. Oh, he has to be at peace, so he won't be able to do it, but he'll be able to do the rest of the focuses. Yeah, so he gets to do his dedicated plants, cheaper robots. He gets some really, really good stuff. He doesn't have anything unique in the Colorado salvage that's just all him. Thanks be to the gods. But Warden could win here, realistically. He has a pretty high chance of winning, depending on if he can pull it off. Yeah, realistically. Oh, he got volunteers from the free fighters? Oh, yeah. No, Warden's gonna be good. Warden's gonna be good. Easy peasy. And we're just gonna keep focusing on ourselves as we slowly lose our mind. We're down to 80%, which means once the autosave's done, we're taking a 16% stability hit, which is pretty fucking nasty. So, all we can do is really hope. Company speeches could boost political power gain and intellectual property. Not really needed, honestly, right now. Gotta get resistors. I think we're fine. Yeah, we're still working on infrastructure, which is great. Just keep improving infrastructure, realistically. I think that's all I really want to focus on, just infrastructure, infrastructure, infrastructure. That's all we gotta really do. Okay. Let's go ahead and do reconciliation awareness workshops. Though Teal'c tries his best to protect and please the people of Mexico, his stunted speech, corporate attitude means that at some point or another he's done something to upset just about everybody in the wastes. Whether he offended some local spirit or his use of Old Spanish offended people from the newer nation, Maximilian's workshops should smooth things over with just about all of Teal'c's neighbor. I mean, it makes sense. He was basically a corporate AI. Bunch of bonuses. He was basically a corporate AI. That's not surprising. So, makes sense. It's what... I mean, given his own stunted growth, like, he basically came to light in the middle of a nuclear holocaust and had to kind of figure out how to be a leader of a people. Even though he is a AI with massive amounts of industry and infrastructure, which we ourselves cannot manufacture anymore. But it's just one of those things where, I mean, it makes sense that he struggles to help his people in a way that they can, you know, understand. Go ahead and do that. And then, let's see, you would be next on the list. There you go. Still got more political power, the Great Defeat. Oh, today marks a somber moment for the Tlalocan Empire, commemorating the great failure of the Northern War against Tlalocan after crushing defeat at the hands of the God Machine. While the scars are mostly healed, the lives lost in the disastrous campaign left a hole in the Tlalocan people, and remembering this day, their passing and a day of mourning is only a small part in healing the great wound of all defeat. Well, shouldn't have squared up. Shouldn't have fucking squared up. Do we do anything that would help us? I mean, doing the robotic subroutines, and I still do need to get started on research for the automated warfare. Yeah, we can just use some more of that and that. Just help our people out while we continue to improve our internal lives as we rot away to bit. Down to 75% now. Shit. And we've at least gotten through one. We've got to get through the last of this, and then hopefully we have enough time to finish all this crap out. If not, we're going to be up Shit's Creek. But what can you do? Santa Anna is taking over Pietro Chico, and he is doing it quite well. Up north to our little other AI buddy, Warden is losing bad, which is a damn shame. As much as I'd love to send him... I could have sent him an attaché, but I can't send volunteers because we're not allowed to do that. But you know what? Maybe we could send him an attaché. Maybe we could do that. Help him out. Robot City is facing the Maxon expedition, which another very interesting kind of like Brotherhood of Steel faction. They have quite a bit of development in their focus becoming the Colorado Brotherhood and opening up vaults. So realistically, they could be a future run as well. But obviously that does depend on them surviving. Because usually at that point they're getting their shit kicked in by Lanius and they do not live. Oh, there goes Vault Tech. Reconciliation awareness workshops, organizing the people through careful planning, consideration, and action towards the average Delta-Clanite's quality of life. We have transitioned from ruling over desperate tribes existing in squalor to a more united, active nation, living longer, smarter, and with great reverence to Yelk. Get that done up. Any new things we need to do? Nope, nothing new. Just doing our scavenging missions. The Vault-Tec just never survives this. It's a really, really tough fight. At least as the AI. Like, here's the thing. If your goal is to survive with, like, actually as Vault-Tec, what am I looking for here? You basically need to go down, like, heavy rearmament. I mean, he's done the Dwellers, which is fine. But the problem is you need to do heavy rearmament, and trying to survive is a good way to put it. Because as it sits, you will not be able to survive on your own. Because they're a very hybrid playstyle. They don't even have the FEV. Shit. Yeah, they're fucked. That's not good. Yeah, because they need to have done either this or this to really boost their FEV and start like growing their creatures. Because without it, they're not going to be able to do it. It's really the only way you're going to survive is them. Is taking advantage of creature production rather than just raw manpower. And as a result, yeah, they're just going to fall. Petrochico is just going to die there. How's this going? Still haven't declared war against the TAA. They are stabilizing. They have the New Deal. Resistor is good. Let's go ahead and get vacuum tubes. Are we able to see some more of these focuses now? No. Let's see. Oh, we're able to see who they finished. Okay, so she's doing upholding their ideals, which she needs to do this if she's going to fight Lanius. The nursery is huge for her. She needs to get that done. I'm curious on what Warden's dead. Fuck. Maxon Expedition, no. Yeah, they're still doing their early stuff. They need to get their bonuses up and running faster and faster. But, yeah. When you play enough of Old World Blues, you kind of get a feeling for what needs to be done. So we're down to 72% memory. We still got plenty of time. This will be finished up in about 40-ish days. We'll finish up the Standing Guard one as well, so we're going to be doing military renovations, consumer pacification protocols, and then protecting our people, get that done, and then work on the final quarter as previously stated. We have organized the people, which is great, and we're going to go work on Standing Guard. Tuck is the eternal protector of Petrochico as well as Mexico and its people. His most violent son, Moctezuma, I believe so you say it, has begun drafting people to help fulfill this purpose. Well, well, they're gone. Either way, it's at least under their protection of one of my sons, so that's at least something. Let's see. Can we help Robot City out with an attaché? It would if I had the fucking political power, but I mean, they're pretty fine at the moment, realistically, which is kind of shocking. She's got a lot. She's got a lot. Police network. Okay, so Shalise got to do some of her focuses. She still has quite a few to do. Quite a few to do. But you know what? If we can, let's send her an attaché if she'll accept it. But I don't think she will. I'm just more curious. Yeah, 'cause she doesn't like us. But maybe. Just maybe. Mostly because I also want to take advantage of the XP that's being generated here. Yeah, she will not accept because her opinion is too low of us. Makes sense. I'm not gonna bother wasting the political power on, Oh my god, yeah, that's rough. Alright. Let's see, we'll go ahead and get, organizational focus, keep our robot focus going, and then just keep chewing through our focuses. Oh shit, they didn't do it in time! Oh shit, they did not do it in time. Palace's warband got shit out. He didn't... Shockingly, he has a focus. I forgot about this. He is, like, super fucking obscure. Super fucking obscure. I completely forgot he got issued a focus a long time ago. It's actually, like, really, really good. So, potential work there. Potential series there. But, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna fucking die. So, well, what can you do? Anyway, just gonna continue on with our focuses here. Standing guard has been completed. Alright. On to military renovations. The central Mexican wastes are littered with pre-war factories that are either raised by the bombs or toppled by the winds of time. With a little pre-war know-how, some construction bots, and a bit of hard labor, we can refurbish these concrete hulks into arms factories. Start manufacturing some more. Help with our robot production. Let's see. Don't think we have any new ones. Let's see. Employee fitness. We get some more army XP. Boost population. Boost the intellectuals. Intellectuals is Maximilian. He's getting it pretty decently right now. I'd like to keep the elites down if I can, but oh well. We are down to 66% of our memory, so we've still got another 120 days there, and hopefully we have enough time to finish all this out, because if not, it's not going to be too hot for our little AI buddies. Yeah, Palace is just going to get fucking beat down. Well, what can you do? Well, I went ahead and sent an attaché to the Republic of the Rio Grande to see what the fuck's going on. Mostly because it's a bit of variety. Clay working is done. Let's get dedicated equipment. Oh my god. If they don't finish this war up, they're gonna be fucking cooked when they fight the TAA. Military renovations are complete. Beautiful. Pause real quick. Go consumer pacification protocols. Put some more factories on our robots. Ellis is very, very weak. He doesn't have his own industry. I don't think any of this is like even core. Actually, surprisingly, this little bit is core, but it's not enough for him. Yep, I think Mexico's gonna have a rough time here if they don't finish this war up soon. Because my god, the TAA is built up. Are we able to see what focuses you guys have done? Oh, we have... Ooh! Risotto campaign! Look at that! This is literally going fucking sunlight. I did not set this. This is pure random. Dude, did the New Deal. Did Paladins. You just didn't do it fast enough is the thing. Yeah, because she went down this route first. No, you need to do this fast. Really, really fucking fast. Hopefully she actually wins the campaign. I hope she does. She can't lose. AI will fucking lose. It's dumb like that. Yeah, this is what happens if you don't take care of the timer. Is it will literally spawn this little bastard and you have to go fight him. So, it's just one of those things. Realistically, though, I'm not liking this so far. I'm really not liking this so far. I can lend lease him though. Yeah, I'll get. You know what? I'll give him some guns. I like Mexico. Here, you can have all of my fucking guns in the warehouse. There you go. In 30 days, they will receive 7,250 guns. Help their boys out. I really hope they're not going to get pushed back. Oh, they crossed and then got immediately encircled. Fucking idiots. Alright. They need to finish this up and then go and... I mean, they're crossing in spots, but they're being dumb about it. I mean, this is just AI fucking behavior. Nothing I really want to run right there. We're gonna have this done in about 20 days. Thank you, console. Yeah, they shouldn't be flooding this because they're just not gonna have the fucking supply. They're just gonna attrition to death. But they think they can pull it off. They will win if they finish this up. And actually, they're getting volunteers. A couple mechanical or motorized divisions from the free fighters. So yeah, no, I think they're doing okay. Yeah, not too shabby. Color me surprised. Do I want to do anything else at the moment? Not really. I mean, I could go wasteland, a well-equipped army, get some more factories out of consumer goods. I mean, targeting firmware is done. All right, and Lannis is going against the Twin Mothers. They don't like us, even though we're technically siblings of a sort. Lost to the rallies. Oh, that's bad luck. She does not have fight for peace. Oh, shit. I hope she's working on it, because that's basically the only way you're going to fucking survive. To be fair, though, it's... Even when she quote-unquote dies, she doesn't really die. She gets shipped up to the... where the fuck is it? Paradise here. And she starts over again, and she can get Ouroboros and all that crap involved, so... Super pacification protocol is done. Oops. And protecting the people. It may not be done with soft hands of Maximilian or the big promises of Zapata, but under the jurisdiction and guidance of Montezuma's military, the people at the clan are safer than they've ever wanted to be. Get that done. We are down to 59%. Ugh. King Dogs declared there. Aren't they still at war with Forbat City? Oh, they actually lost. Oh, they're fucked. I don't see them winning this at all. Yeah, 5 to 8 divisions versus at least probably 12. If they're smart, they'll pull back to the river line and hold it, but AI and being smart in this game doesn't fucking equal 1-to-1. That's just simple as. Alright, TAA is losing pretty heavily now, which is good. They're gonna need to finish that off. She's losing some of it, but she should have the outpost line. No, she did not do the outpost line. Which is a shame. Because that's really your only means of survival. And then eventually they will militarize this border as well, and this will become an attack vector from the Navajo. It's not good. For warband's actually surprisingly alive. Texas is fighting the Trollmen? And Assassin... Oh no, Assassin City and Two-Pad are helping them out. Patrolmen are a little micro-interesting faction. Yeah. But TAA is going to be dead here. Yep. So far, so good. Metal Mounts. Oh. TAA is dead. Beautiful. Good for them. Metal Mounts and Cult of Liberty. I believe this is a Wasteland. These are Wasteland 3 references. Yeah, Steel Joe. Yep. These are Wasteland 3 references. Yeah, they get some interesting stuff. MacArthur's still alive, but they're ceding a bunch of crap to Chicago. Not great. Yeah, Deanna's gonna fall, but she's gonna fight tooth and nail for it. It really comes down to what she wants to do. Oh. You declared on the Alamo chapter? Alright, sure. Here, have some more support. Did you actually ever get that Lend-Lease? You did. Okay, good. So, hopefully my guns helped. And good luck against the Alamo chapter. Godspeed to you. And then we'll be finishing protecting the people here just a few days. I wonder if she is going to go down the route, so she wins, and this is something we experienced before. If she wins and they're alive, she can support the Alamo chapter and join and help in that war. But I don't... Oh my god, Santa Ana's being pushed back. What the fuck is this timeline? Where was this shit when I was, like, playing it? Oh, but he's taking the northern side of the river here. Yep, okay. My god, this is so ass backwards. Well, if they finish off Palace here, which looks like they're curb stomping him now. Looks like should be good to go. Yep, TAA has been rebuilt as the development zone. Anything else we want to do? Nope, nothing at the moment. Annexing the decrepit... Oh, my Pietro Chico. Oh, we could have eaten this if they were alive, but... Yeah, not really interested. Military armament, get some free arms factories, absolutely. And we protected the people. Time for the final quarter. Q4 of 2278, so we're 2 years ahead of time. Comes to a close, and it's time for us to award all of our noble shareholders with their dividends. So we're ahead of time, which is good. We're at 55%. Go ahead and pump it into robits. More robits. Yeah, no, he's gonna flood through and he's gonna win. Yeah, because he actually has a navy. I don't think the Alamo chapter has a navy. Yep, they're done there. Still stabilizing. They got rid of the nasty debuffs with that. Yeah, looks good. California is doing its little thing. The Baja State. Interesting. Okay, so all goods running the charge this time around. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of shit in the NCR. NCR is a fun run. Don't get me wrong. It's just a lot of shit going on at once that you kind of have to balance between political, your military, actually like investing in things. So it's a give and take, more or less. Montezuma's growing pretty strong. Maximilian's not growing as well as he should. So I should boost the intellectuals, try to keep power. Oh, yeah, we can do company speeches, why not? Yeah, stability is getting hit pretty hard. We're down to the setting sun. Oh, the Nevada Pact. Free Fighters is declared against the Raider faction below them. I could send him an attaché here. In just a bit. Why do you like me so much? Just in general. Just in general. Alright, so if we get 100 political power, we'll send it to him. Yeah, Alamo chapter's gone. Final quarter. Okay. The time has come to die. It will be inefficient for such a small inconvenience as death to disrupt the continued prosperity of Mexico. Preparations for divestment must be made to ensure a stable and peaceful transition of power. First, an executive decision must be made on the proper recipients of our gifts. So we can do everybody. We can afford to be generous on our deathbed. Grants the gifts only we can trust. No, everybody gets gifts. We will go ahead and do the gift of friendship. Such clan is known loneliness more intimately than any wastelander ever will. Though tragic, it should remain this way, and we can ensure it does by sending out fresh faces to the wastes. So the Tohono Nation is going to get a bunch of shit, so I don't recall where the fuck they're at. Oh, these little guys. These little babbies. Okay. Yeah, so now we're going to finish up our final gifts, get these all divvied out to everybody. The Alamo is... they don't even have... I mean, they might have troops here, but if they don't, then yeah, they're fucked. They've basically just been completely cornered here, so Oh well, what can you do? The fall of the twin mothers. So it looks like Lanius won. And like I said, she has been moved up here to Paradise. Now that she's dead, it'll be interesting to see what route she goes down. But I've yet to see the AI fully take advantage of it, realistically speaking. Yeah, Gift of Friendship will be done here in about 10 days. Alamo chapter is completely fucking cooked. Election has not happened, so won't be able to help in that regard. Yeah, they're just gone. Free Fighters are struggling mostly because they have 0 stability and 0 war support. So, yeah, good luck to you on that. You're going to be fighting that war for a while. I also don't know how the fuck you managed to get here. I really don't. But, oh well. We're keeping up with our normal, and the Gift of Friendship has been given out. Go ahead and do... Ooh. Yeah, let's do the Gift of Knowledge. With vast pre-war blueprints and vast caches of data from every field of science imaginable, we know virtually everything there is to know. It is shameful, it would be shameful not to share some of this knowledge with the people of Mexico. So Pico's Colony will get it, and this little guy down here will get it. So I gave you a buff. What did I give you? Pride, loyalty. Not a buff. I gave you something. What if I like turned you into like a fucking powerhouse or something with lands? Possibly. But yeah, we'll keep on displaying our gifts. We're down to 48%. Alamo chapter is dead. Santa Ana is doing just fine. As to what his next target is, probably the Ironmongers if they don't kick over fast enough. First signs of growth looking good, so at least they are doing their focuses, but we can't see what they were working on anymore. I am researching better tech to work on that so we can actually see what the fuck they're doing. Because it is interesting to watch as the AI develops its own thing. But yeah, Free Fighters are basically at a standstill. Guerrilla Tactics is good. Working on that still. Let's go ahead and get metalworking up and running and start working on the next tier of that. Yeah, we'll be back. The Gift of Knowledge has been bestowed. Go ahead and do the Gift of Stability next. So, Pietro Chico got a little buff. Gift of Knowledge, 15%. But it is not permanent, it is a temporary bonus. It is temporary. So, hopefully they'll be able to take advantage of it. If not, guess what? Rio's just gonna fucking eat them. So. Oh, good, we can actually see what they're working on now. So the election has not happened yet. They're doing the trade baroness, which is fine. Now, they did go department, but they didn't actually... So they went Department of Warfare, but they didn't actually, like, get the robots, which is kind of interesting. Can we see what Santa Ana's working on? He has not done illness yet. God, he hasn't done a lot of his things, actually. So it looks like he's just still working down his industry shenanigans. We successfully reactivate another factory in Rosario over 120 days over the next year, creating 3 more arms. Okay. Yeah, basically, he does this to reactivate himself. More civs, got a machine, getting more research. So hopefully he does the illness, because it's about that time. Getting closer to it. We're at 44% here. We've still got a few focuses we need to do, so 120, 240, 300, 360. Which, hopefully it's enough to be able to do. I don't think it is, but we'll find out. We'll find out. Alright, we bypassed that because they don't exist, but the Gift of Stability is done. At least that saves us some time. Let's go ahead and support the Luchadors. The Free Fighters are to be, after the fall of Tlalocan, the last bulwark against factions of evildoers like the Cartel. It is best for the wasteland that in the final hours we cultivate these virtues, which should help them, because they are actually at war against one of the cartels, so. Looks like the cartels are raiding the Republic of the Rio Grande. Ironmongers, Shales, and Austin are beating the piss out of each other. Hangdogs killed Maxon. Pretty normal stuff. Maxsec is doing its own thing. Arroyo's growing. Wow, this is the first time in a while I've seen the Cause doing well. That's kind of crazy. Usually they don't do too good. The Troll Warren died to, or is dying to the Bone Drinkers, which is kind of interesting. Anything else interesting going on? How's the Unbound look? They have very interesting focuses. Oh, wait, no, Manifest won. I thought this was bad. No, they won. That's interesting. Usually they go for the Blighted Woods first, but they haven't. Still doesn't fix their wings, but they are working on their special forces. This is going to be a very interesting run up north. And the poor cab vultures. They did nothing wrong, they're just getting their ass beat. Oh well. Still, everything looks good. Church of the Silo, surprisingly, still in action. Even though they really don't have a dedicated focus tree. Roach King's fighting Vault 37. Yeah, fairly normal. Fairly normal run. Texas Brotherhood has officially taken over, what's it called? The fucking Trollman. Looks like he's got the tube heads as a puppet. Yep, as a puppet. These guys are just in the Economic Zone Alliance. So is the Unity of Austin, who is actually at war with everybody. No, nobody's joined in. Oh, interesting. And they're justifying on Bayou Motors. Well, sucks for Bayou Motors. Oh well. What can you do? What can you do? Still nothing to work on here. Field maintenance, so we're doing our little doctrine shenanigans. And still plenty of time to work on the luchadors. Old World Spybook. Okay. Supporting the luchadors has completed. On to caps for the Viceroyalty. The Viceroyalty was once nothing more than another province in the Atsalan Empire. After seeing their overlord's weakness during our war with the Atsalan in the south, they broke away. It is in our best interest to nurture anyone who undermines the legitimacy of those that would attack us. Gotta love being petty. And they didn't get developed. We gave them buff, but I can't remember what buff we give them. I think it might just be like men or something. I'll go ahead and get decryption going as well. I mean, at least they're doing better. There's still a lot of open territory they could claim, but I think they're also waiting for their org to come back, so... it's looking decent. At least looks like they're able to keep up with their production to a point. All we can do is keep working, do our scavenging missions. Why not? Let's go ahead and repair one of these bases. I don't think we'll get it done in time, but it doesn't hurt. Down to 35% memory. And our stability is just getting worse and worse and worse. It's not looking good. So we've still got another 120 days. No, 180 days left on this to finish that up. Let's see what we can do. It does suck because I do love having him as a character. I just love the design. Anyway, we'll be back once we've got more things to show. All right, the only democracy in Mexico has passed, and we finished. Oh, I wonder if this is because their election hasn't happened. No, it happened. Yeah. Oh, I wonder why it bypassed. Interesting. The enemies of Atsalan. We do not share much common ground with the Atsalan. Even at a glance, they look no better than any other warmongering blood tribe of the south. However, the key difference is that they are the sworn enemies of the Atsalan. What? Oh, sorry, the Itza. The Itza. Oh, I'm dumb. This makes them an asset worth investing into, even if just to keep their rivals busy. So finish that up. We are Chewing down on our memory down to 32%. CNC iBots are done. Great. Let's go ahead and get precision motors going. Replace the scrap bots with CNCs. Nice little stockpiles of guns, of robots. Looking better by the day. And we're sitting here improving all of our infrastructure, which is great. Could start doing some arms factories as well if we somehow finish those up. Why not? It's kind of spread the love to our children. And keep chewing on forward. Also, yes, the Free Fighters still have not won their fucking war. They're still sitting at a stalemate. It's ridiculous. Interesting event. We finish up the enemies of Aslan. Excuse me. Electoral deadlock. At first, many waited with great enthusiasm and unease as the results of the ongoing election, New California Republic, to be announced. It had seemed as though there were all certainty had vanished, save for tactic understanding that the destiny of the Republic would be enshrined and that the will of the people would be recognized as it always had. And yet, as the election drew on, a great and terrible sense of trepidation began to dominate the general character of New California. The general anxiety was horrible as over the desert loomed a specter of immediate and physical danger. Night swept by, the apprehension became a source of public nuisance for those who pretended to sleep. Each day, the Senate bickered, votes shifted like desert sands in the wind. Still, a majority inevitably failed to manifest, and the bickering continued. As time passed, it became abundantly clear that the New California had, for the first time in its history, faced an absolute electoral deadlock. Enemies of Atsalan has been completed. Last will and testament, 60 days. We still got time. This is going to lead to... yeah, this is a rehash now. Because it's now going to fall to civil war. I'm waiting for this to kick off, because they will fall to civil war. Amirian Consensus? You're a Reno faction? Yeah, interesting. Oh, you're something else. No, you're Reno. You ate the den. The cause is still fighting, is about to win. The Morrow Drinkers are about to kill the troll Warren, which is crazy. Yeah, fuck me. This is a weird timeline. Seraph Lords are born. This is a weird timeline, and New Canaan's still fighting it out. Jesus. Jesus. Oh, yep, the She got all this land. I didn't realize that. Yeah, with them being in deadlock, this is pretty bad for them. Wow, they didn't even do the Mojave affair. Yeah, a lot of the shit got gutted. Californian Crisis, yeah, because it will absolutely fall to chaos if they misplays this, and then that's game for the NCR. I've only ever seen that once. But we're finalizing our last will and testament here. Once that's done, I think we'll try to help our prodigal son before anything else happens. If we still have time left, we'll do the Gift of Plenty and the Gift of... But... yep, there goes New Canaan in Flames. Anyway, we'll be back. The last will and testament. I, Tlalocan, a proprietary technology of ChicoNet and Petro Chico Incorporated of sound memory and mainframe, hereby disclose these final divestments to the worthy shareholders of Mexico. Though my time is now short, I can rest my processors in the knowledge that the legacy of democracy and prosperity will live on in Mexico, and that my sons may carry on this legacy in the way they choose fit. Future Chico thanks you for your continued patronage and hopes that you will choose other ChicoNet products from their top-of-the-line catalog in the future. I love you all. Production speed, factory output. So that's that. We've signed our will. We will now teach our son Grace and the Cat's Cradle and the Silver Spoon. Now, see if we can teach our son our last will and testament compared to giving out the gifts. Rather leave on a good note here. Anything else available? That yeah, we'll just have to keep powering through. Yippee! Free in-game achievement. Yippee! shockingly, I don't think I have most of these. Just easy achievements, normal achievements. Yeah, I've still got a fair few for when they implemented that system. Yes, we're going to try to teach him grace. Free fighters are going back and forth. They're going to lose some units, but what can you do? Oh, wow, we actually managed to get that air base up and running, which is kind of funny. Did not expect us to do that in time. We'll go ahead and try with this one, spend the money. But we're down to 23% on available memory. Our stability is basically fucking non-existent. We have 400, probably 300-ish days before we're able to do it, before we die, realistically speaking. So we're counting down the timer, and we're going to try to leave our son some final gifts. Did he end up doing his focuses about my death yet? He's done denial. He's still got to do anger, bargaining, and then depression. But he's working on it. At least he's doing his other focuses, so that's good. Yeah, because he hasn't completed all the other ones as well, so... Oh wow, he hasn't even reopened the armory for all those free bonuses also. Oh well, it's AI. What do you expect? Ooh, this is interesting. Although rangers swooped into the boneyard on the Republic's precious few vertebrates, the people of the city resisted an attempt to seize their government. Murphy is no longer a threat to the Republic, but now the city is fully under the way of the followers and the faithful of Dharma, and they vow not to rest until the Republic is free. Ooh, okay. Mojave territories loses a bunch of shit. Oh my god, what the fuck happened to the NCR? The fuck is going on with Murphy? Committee for National Security. Okay, so Murphy got replaced again. Interesting. What's their focus tree? I don't think they have one. I think it's interim. Okay, Committee for National Security. Okay, so... yeah, they're working towards the Enabling Act. The Boneyard Separatists become the ruling party. Fucking Jesus, yeah. NCR is falling apart real fucking fast. Just as we're about to kick the bucket ourselves, so... what can you do? What can you do? Go ahead and do... make guns cheaper, get more people in the army. And we still got some time before we can teach Santa Ana Grace. We have taught Santa Ana Grace, and we're going to do chip off the old block. My son just turned 10 the other day. He said, "Thanks for the tech, Dad. Come on, let's play. Can you teach me to fight?" I said, "Not today. I got a lot to do." He said, "That's okay." Give him a bunch of free infrastructure, and then Proud Father. I think we should still have the time for this. Yeah, we should still have the time for this. Oh, shit. Well, that's kind of what I expected. The free fighters are going to lose. Damn. Damn. Mojave territory is just independent now? Is that basically what there is? I think they're more or less free at this point. They can't do much at the moment. Between the NCR Civil War is concluded. Yeah, they're gonna have to figure out what the fuck's going on with that. But NCR is doing its thing. Okay, they've declared martial law. They've suspended the Constitution. Fired in the Hall of Congress or Operation Night Watch. Jesus, yeah. Well, this is a first for me. I'm interested. Very interesting. Now, we could get some bonuses we want, see if anything will boost us. Not really. But we'll do that and grab Mexican Heritage. Petro Chico, shocker, Petro Chico. Oh well. We have no pre-war designs, which is a shame. But we are chipping away at helping our son. Alright, so my game froze, and I was curious what the fuck that was about. Turns out there's been a split. There's the Californian Way and the California Republic. Oh shit. The California Way just has a duplicate tree by the looks of it. But I don't think that's going to do anything for them. Lawrence Mossman is taking over this. Yeah, they did Operation Night Watch and the Enabling Act. And it looks like... Wow. Yeah, this is going to keep on going, which means the Republic is now in a crisis state. The NCR is basically broken free. Or, the Mojave will basically have broken free now and will probably end up having to do, their own thing. But, yeah, this is all cooked up. Vault City is whooping everybody's ass. Doing their own thing. Goddamn. Warren is still fighting Marrow Drinkers. Cause is getting pushed back. Yeah. This is a wacky fucking timeline that we're in right now. Absolutely fucking wacky timeline. We're not even done with our fucking gifts yet. Like, it's only been like 20 days. Alright, ship of the old block is complete. Let's go ahead and be a proud father. And as I shipped off the bomb, it occurred to me he'd grown up just like me. My boy was just like me. By completing this focus, you're entrusting Santa Ana with your most powerful and dangerous gifts. This will seriously hinder Maximilian's eventual strength. Yes, I'm aware. I've got 60 days left on that, and we're down to 15%, so I've probably got about 200 days, give or take. Because it's not a 1 day per, it's 1.42. So, yeah, our stability's just completely fucked. So everything's slow into a crawl. Oh, we got the arsenal. I think it's the last gift. Let's go ahead and give the free fighters some Lend-Lease. You may have guns. You may have all of my guns. In 30 days, you'll receive them all. Enjoy the Lend-Lease, my boy. Defend yourself. Yeah, still got a few things. The caravan. The followers showed up apparently as well. Yeah, we make 17 a day. But these are going to be some of our last focuses before we kick the bucket here. I have to try to make the best of what we got. And here we are, a proud father. We have shipped off a bomb to Santa Ana. In a good way, not that we're fucking bombing Santa Ana. We'll go ahead and try to do the Gift of Strength. We're down to 11%. So still slowly losing our minds in that regard. Why not get a Chief of the Air Force and an air company as well. Not much else we could do at this point. I mean, California... Oh, fuck me, it broke again. You've got Reading, you've got the Californian state, you've got the Mojave Military Administration now. Because they've broken free. They're not even a vassal anymore. They're completely free. Yeah, their whole thing got chewed out. Let's see. So, Frontier Democracy. Oh god, they're gonna put fucking Oliver as a president? Oh no, they're trying to do something else. They are absolutely not gonna survive, I'll tell you that right now. Okay. Reading, Exo 6, which I think this is a Brahmin Baron offshoot. I don't think they have any focuses for this. No, I don't think they do. Californian state. Wow, their leader changed again. Cassidy Moore now. Solves the committee, dealing with the barons. Oh, look at that. Interesting. Operation Black Cobra. Oh, fuck. Spikes the tension. Yeah, Jesus. Oh, Calhoun's in charge of the new Californian way. That's interesting. So he'll be able to do these. God, yeah, this whole thing just fucking blew up. And the Shi are just doing what they do best and chilling. Hold on, that's a new leader of the Shi. Interesting. Yeah, she's new. Right to the east, British Chambers, Navarro's Farms. Chambers of the Bay. Interesting. Yeah, the whole of this is all just completely broken. The Guardian Brotherhood one, which is kind of shocking. They usually don't, but they don't really have a fully fleshed tree. Because usually it's just part of that beat the piss out of everybody shit show in TV Town. 80s are big, White Legs are big, Canaan Exiles are fighting Dead Horse, Lanius is grown. Now, really odd. Gateway is doing nothing, which is really interesting. Surprised they're doing nothing. Either way, we're still slowly losing our mind down here in Mexico and rotting away. 11% left. Try to give up the last of our gifts and see what we can do. We were able to give off the gift of strength to our people. So Genta de Sol and Picos got weaponry. Let's see, is there anything else? This is all just internal stuff. Let's try the gift of plenty. We're down to 7%. Might be able to do it. Just maybe. Let's go ahead and do Wasteland Autonomy. Nothing else new here, so... Damn, the Vice Royalty! I didn't even notice that. So, Genta de Sol got weapons, and a few others did as well. But I think it's literally just they get a massive stockpile of weapons or they get tech. Ramadan has grown. She's done her big old growth spurt. She's in a faction war of Boros. California still in flames. Yep. Still same old shit show. As we sit here and rot to death. As per usual. In our final days, we were able to give the gift of plenty. The Tucson and the Republic of La Grasas. There is nothing more that we can realistically do. I suppose we can try this, but... Oh yeah. Everybody's fighting everybody now. Yep, everybody's fighting everybody. Good luck to you. Really, good luck to you. Jesus. Okay. But we are down to our final, call it 40 days of living. Because we are slowly ticking down that database. Oh, Free Fighters 1 ate it all. So, damn. Sucks for them. Finishing off the last of the tech that we can do. Get it all hunky-dory. But as it sits, yeah, we're down to 2%, down to 57 banks. We're basically going to sit here and watch as it ticks away. We've given out every gift we feasibly can. We've gifted our son Santa Ana with as much as we can as well. We've built up our territory pretty heftily at that. At the end, I basically just said, screw it, let's go ahead and just do some fucking anti-air. But there is quite a lot of factories. Quite a lot of factories. Which should make our sons pretty happy, depending on who gets what. Scavengers found something. That's great. Our memory's down to the last 45 days of our lives. Give or take. But this has been fun. We went ahead and finished up our focus tree. Obviously, we're coming to a close on this regard. We can continue if we really wanted to, take over as Maximilian, but obviously we've seen how that turns out, especially since the Republic of the Rio Grande has gone Rosado. She's obviously going to try to take over all of that and either ascend or rebuild the Elk, which is really up to the As purview, assuming they live, really. But Santa Ana's done his conquests. The Chichen Itza are losing to Nueva Aztlan, which isn't great. We've given everybody gifts. We've supplied guns to forces who've needed it. We have 0 stability left. Our economy's basically slowed to a crawl, but we have a nice healthy stockpile of guns. A nice healthy stockpile of robots and CNC bots for our people to use. Some convoys. What you expect? We're down to our last banks. right now. And we watch as we slowly fade away. Thank you for the refinement. 7, 5, 4, 3, 1, and that's it. We're out of databanks. We're out of time. Yalk is out of time. His memory is all gone and he is fading. Who do you wish to continue playing as? So we can kind of see who we want to pick. So, well, typically people pick Maximilian. Let's go Maximilian. Zapata, Montezuma, and Maximilian Fracture. As Telk's memory finally decays back to its last bank, another of his sons has risen up from his fractured circuitry. Maximilian, the last emperor of Mexico, has taken control of the northern portions of Tlalocan. He's promised peace and prosperity for his new citizens, but those wastelanders who have read their history books are doubtful he will be much more successful the second time round. Carry my legacy. And that is that. We have taken over as Maximilian. So he gets this northern point here. Zapata, or this is Zapata, who's taken over the western portion, and Montezuma in the south. We all get access to Steel Legion, and we have a fairly basic focus tree. Everybody gets it to a point. There's slight adjustments, but yeah, it's pretty much what everybody gets. Santa Anna has gone through his, obviously. Once he gets acceptance done, he'll kind of figure out what he's doing next. Don't believe there's anything else that's specifically special to this. It was economy, standard advisors, standard packs. They get the Pico Chico net. Did they get the tech? They did. Yes, they got all the tech, which is very, very good. So yeah, that is the end of Yalk, and that is the end of this little kind of mini episode. Some people wanted me to do it, so I'm happy to oblige. If you'd like to see more Old World Blues content, please let me know down in the comments below. It really helps me out to kind of figure out what the next Let's Play is going to be. Or maybe we continue this and try to rebuild things as Maximilian. But, to be fair, their trees do need a lot of work. It's more older content. They don't have much in the way of, like, rebuilding other than kill your brothers and take over, more or less. So, if you like this kind of content, please like, comment, and subscribe for more Old World Blues shenanigans. I've been Will. I hope you've enjoyed this little mini episode Let's Play shenanigans for the Old World Blues mod for HOI4, and I will see you all in the next series. Have a good night, everybody, and stay safe out there.